Hi, it's Monday, the 18th of May 2020, and it's noon. So it's a Leo meridian time. And we have got waning moon in Aries at 10 degrees. Roots of a tree entwined around the statue of a nude woman. Bondage and freedom sometimes go hand in hand. The bondage is being true to pattern, predictable, caught in habits and tendencies perpetually left to grow like weeds. The freedom is that as you meet yourself starkly in the midst of these old, tired patterns of behaviour, you come into touch with a quickening flame of self-recreation, stimulated and forced by being at the mercy of the relentless patterns. This impulse to make yourself over is fervently strong, courageous, ready and willing. The old stuff dies hard. You are therefore engaged in a pitch battle of a protracted kind between retrogressive and progressive ideals, impulses and desires. Both sides are so impassioned and sharply intent that this becomes a knockdown, drag-out battle of wills. The atavistic, backward-leaning will feels immune to change. The visionary, forward-thrusting will feels moved by evolutionary forces never to give up. Eventually, the future prevails over the past, but not before scars and multiple traumas mark the spot of fighting for your life against an implacable inward enemy who knows it will lose and fights all the harder accordingly. Wow. Mind-blowing how this works, isn't it? So again, this is aqua or fire.net, and it's a website with the astrological degrees and their channeled stories by inside degrees. So the Mayan sign that we're on today is a portal day of human evolution. And how do we know that? Because it's one of the grey squares. Okay, so here's where we are. So this is a red castle. We began here on the 30th of March. We are now here, and we are on White Spectral Dog Day. Okay, and we've got another portal coming tomorrow with Blue Cosmic Monkey Day. And the day after that is Yellow Cosmic Human, and that's the end of the Red Castle. So that's the end of the initiation. So I'm attaching this video to my blog, flowwithjo.com, to explain how I've been mapping my code and how you can map yours and how you can work with these cycles, because this is what it's designed for, is to work with it. So White Dog is the 10th Mayan sign. It's about all the ancestral patterns. And this is, I offer you what we're here to become very aware of now and to heal, so we can let go of this current battle of wills, as it says in the moon degree now, so we can create new beginnings. And so on the world stage at the moment, we've got an intense battle going on around old issues, around control, around light and dark, around shadow story. So all our shadow stories, as we are in the yellow Sun Wavespell, which is what it's all about, transforming the shadow. And again, understanding the role of the 260 dream spell in allowing us to see the code coming in every day and to start to align with it more and more, to remember who we really are and what we've come here to do at this time, which is to heal primarily. So on my blog, I'm going to be putting on links to information about understanding the heart in terms of energy, and specifically in terms of the chi channels, our light body, our electric body, that is a very practical thing within us, our spirit, our fire, our heart's desire, our wisdom. The heart is the center of who we are. And this is the cosmic shift now, to understand this, to let go of the mind being the focus, as it has been for the last over 5,000 years in this recent cycle that we just moved out of in 2012. So now we're really coming to understand how our wounding shapes our destiny and whether we keep on doing it or not. Ideally, now, for people who are ready to really come into this space of healing. So in the blog, I talked about very specific codes for me, which is what I mapped yesterday for myself. And I'm just building all the time every year, because I've been working with this 260-day cycle now for 8 years. I'm in my 9th year, which in itself is a gateway year. And so tomorrow we have another portal day. So that's going to be a key day. Day 13, the shift of the human being. And then we start a brand new 52 chapter of being the Skywalker. And this is an amazing, powerful process, which has 3 clear signs in the initiating 13-day cycle. We're coming up to the new moon in Gemini, and that will be in the UK on day 2 of this cycle. I have a group on that day, 4 women, doing this process. If you'd like to know more about it, please do get in touch with me. This group is for women who want to know what their conscious codes are, and they want to learn and expand their wisdom on using healing modalities that clear the energy body. So this is really, really key. Heart healing is the key focus of this group, and I believe of this time. It's the emotional evolution. It's understanding how we have become the human beings that we've come on a very, very personal level. And so to be self-empowered at this time is to really understand what your own personal story is, what your storyline is. And I offer you, there's no getting away from it, because it's within us, it's in our DNA. So that's what we're here for, is to understand it, to heal the wounding parts of it. So today is really key to this, letting go. The white spectral dog is all about letting go of these ancestral patterns, so that we can be free and clear and emotionally centered, emotionally intelligent, new learning big time around letting go of codependency and understanding how our human body actually works, what's poisonous to us, how to stop doing toxic relationship, how to learn new ways of relating to people and letting go of old drama and being around people and situations that are harmful to us, because there are many people who aren't consciously aware right now and are behaving in a very abusive manner. So I offer you at this time, the outside will only change when the inside changes for people. And this is key to being the change that we want to see. This 13-day process that we're on day 11 of is all about healing the shadow. So it's essential to understand these key frameworks now, and to wake up to the truth that there have been terrible things happen to human beings that have created huge pathology, and we're now seeing that manifest on the world stage Often it's hidden as well, because part of our coping mechanisms have been denial in our family line, especially women trying to stay alive. So well done if you're watching this video, because you made it and you've got key survival mechanisms in your family history, and we want to be expanding those. We want to be expanding the wisdom. The heart is the wisdom keeper, and so the more that we heal our emotional wounding stories and learn how not to do them anymore, so learn how to not be around situations, people, food, etc., environments, that are toxic to us, how we need to stop doing all of that, and also how we work through the process of what's happening to us at this time. So if you want to learn about your personal codes, please do get in touch. It's key to understanding the mystery of you, and emotional healing is key to releasing the old story, because once you understand the process of this, you'll realize that you cannot just do this intellectually. This is about feeling and being able to feel everything and being guided by the feelings, and knowing that when you get an emotional trigger, it is always connected to a historical story in our personal past line, and it goes right back to the beginning of time. We are simply evolving it with each generation, and now the potentiality is here for us to stop doing that storyline and create new beginnings. It's what the 260-day cycle is all about. Once you start to map your codes, they are going to be there for the rest of your life, in terms of the Mayan Wavespell. So you'll see on my blog, and I've put down key dates for me. So every time the Red Dragon 52-day process comes round, that's what I'm going to be working with. So each year I get more informed, I get more information, I go deeper and deeper and deeper. And I offer you, this is a lifelong process. It becomes a lot more fun and empowering when you have a process to use that works on a practical level. So then you become a lot more proactive rather than reactive. And again, this is what I offer you, the 260-day process is actually about. It's about our reconnection, so letting go of anything that has stopped us connecting to our source, any beliefs, any experiences. These are what have to heal so we can become free. It's what we came here for at this time. And so when you map your personal code, then each time it comes around, you know what you're going to be working with. So you start to understand and become freer as well of believing stories about other people. They've just got their own storyline to play out. And so it brings us into a lot more awareness, a lot more freedom from any emotion, from any drama with the other person, any polarity going on. And it also allows us to feel more compassion, to make more choices, and to educate ourselves and also educate other people just through doing our own personal process, so that we are being the change that we want to see more and more. And we understand the futility of arguing with people when they have a belief system in place, because it's just like a computer program on one level, that somebody is just running that code, and until they go to a different space. And so I know it's really frustrating at times for everybody when somebody doesn't support the same worldview that we have. And there are real implications for that as well at the moment as to health and the ways that human beings are going to live in the future, potentiality as well. So, but it's also trusting the divine plan, that there is a plan. And again, this is what the dream spell allows you to see, is that there is a divine plan. And although it's difficult, it's challenging learning that we have to go through, this is because we've been going through it for thousands of years. So it's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen a lot faster now because everything is coming together. Everything has plateaued, if you like. We've done enough of this particular learning in order to transform it. And we now have a technology so we can make the connections, we can do all the research, we can connect to different people in different fields and not be limited by a worldview, singular perception either. We can all come together and start to share our views and be this Saturn in Aquarius community that's solution focused and really starts to understand the process of human development from childhood, so we can create really wonderful supportive structures now and let go of this imbalance where some people are kept in a space of poverty in order to feed a system where there is an elitist hierarchy, because really there is no need for that to happen right now. We have all the resources on the planet. We have amazing beings doing all sorts of wonderful creative things, and also we have technology where human beings don't have to do things that are not conducive to the human body or the human mind. So we have all of that going on now, but we have to let go of these old patterns and belief systems in order to fully embody this amazing new potentiality on the planet. So today's cards are Astarte, which is ascension. As you descended to the earth as a blazing star, allow me to ascend to the heaven you left, strengthened by your power and your wisdom. And in the Mayan Oracle, we've got the language of light, which of course is what this 13-day process is all about, allowing us to embody light, chi, in our bodies, our electrical body, so that the chi is flowing through us and we're healthy and connected to Gaia and the galactic universe. And in terms of Thoth, we've got the Empress, which is a lovely, lovely card, the Mother. So again, remember, all this process is about healing our mother and father wounding and being able to nurture ourselves in a really healthy way now. This is the third card, the card of co-creation. Again, lots of Gemini energy going on now. Lots of retrograde planets going on now. So as we are in the last few days of Taurus, let's enjoy this wonderful earthy energy of goddess. It is what it is, energy, and seeing what we have manifest up to now in our life, where we are on our path. How much light can we hold? How have we been challenged in this current situation? And what have we learned from it? What do we value? What do we love? And that's what we want to expand on, and to really let go of what has felt disempowering, where all our fear has been coming up around too afraid of death to live in a lot of cases. Because although we can blame other people out there, remember there is no other. We're just seeing a reflection of our belief systems and what has to be. The universe can only bring us what we believe to be true. So the work begins within, and in clearing those stories and issues from our holographic projector, so that as we change the inside past stories, we allow ourselves to become more present, more focused, more free of the mind chatter, literally, and then our future becomes a very different, exciting space. Hope you have an amazing day of letting go and connecting to unconditional love, which is what White Dog is about. It's a Sirius star, and I hope to connect with you soon. Lots of love.